It's Sunday night. That pit in your stomach is back. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You're staring at the ceiling, dreading Monday because you have to go back to that place. The job where you check the clock every 10 minutes only to find 2 minutes have crawled by. If you've ever sat in your car, taken deep breaths just to walk through those doors, if you felt trapped in pointless meetings that could have been an email, if you've hidden in a quiet corner just for 60 seconds of peace, then everything I'm about to show you will change how you survive. We're done with corporate cliches. What you're getting are brutal, battle-tested tactics from people who've mastered workplace survival. And if you stay until the end, I'll reveal the one mental shift that transforms you from victim to strategist overnight. Meet Sarah, stuck in customer service hell for a company selling broken products. 8 hours a day of angry customers screaming at her for problems management created. She had bills stacking up. Quitting? Not even close to an option. But here's what's insane. Sarah didn't just survive that nightmare job. She weaponized it. She turned that toxic workplace into a funded training program for her dream career. I'll show you exactly how she did it. But first, you need to get through that door. The hardest battle happens before you even clock in, walking into that office building. Here's your first weapon, the arrival ritual. You need a moment of pure, selfish pleasure that belongs only to you. I've watched people spend $15 on the most decadent coffee imaginable, then sit in their car for 10 minutes blasting their power song. That's their armor. That's the fuel that carries them through the entrance. Another game changer, the elaborate lunch. You're not packing sad leftovers. No, the night before you're preparing something restaurant quality. Why? Because when noon hits and everything around you is chaos, you've got a guaranteed win waiting. One genuinely good experience in your day. And here's something nobody talks about. Your commute is sacred territory. It's your decompression chamber. Pump yourself up with a high-energy podcast, lose yourself in an audiobook, or go completely silent with noise-canceling headphones. The mission is crystal clear. Build an impenetrable mental wall between your home life and that office. You've made it to your desk, and the workday has officially begun. The clock is your enemy. 8 hours stretch out like eternity. So here's how you hack your brain. The micro-escape method. Forget about 5 p.m. That's too far away. You're aiming for the next small milestone. Break the day into bite-sized victories. Morning to break, break to lunch, lunch to afternoon break, break to freedom. This isn't just motivation, it's psychological warfare against the clock. Set phone alarms with names that make you smirk. 10 a.m., you're crushing it, 25% done. Noon, halfway to freedom, champion. Why does this work? Because your brain stops seeing an impossible mountain and starts collecting small, satisfying wins. Now, combine that with the side quest approach. This is pure genius. Find something that makes the job interesting to you, not your boss. A cashier secretly predicts which customers will be pleasant. An office worker creating a private drinking game for every buzzword in meetings. Water, not alcohol. Stay sharp. You're gamifying the mundane, giving your brain a secret mission that makes hours evaporate. And here's the veteran move, the strategic disappearing act. Bathroom breaks are non-negotiable sanctuary time, but the pros know this. Scout multiple low-traffic hideouts, the third-floor bathroom, that forgotten supply closet. Always walk with purpose, carry a folder or clipboard, and you've just bought yourself 5 minutes of crucial breathing room. Do this 3 times a day. That's 15 minutes you've stolen back. Now let's talk about protecting your sanity. This is where you armor up emotionally. Try the observer perspective. You're not an employee. You're an undercover anthropologist studying workplaces' function. That micromanaging boss? A fascinating case study. That absurd new policy? Compelling research material. You've just created emotional distance while staying completely professional. Nothing they do can touch you because you're just observing. Here's the mantra that separates survivors from burnouts. This is temporary. Say it. Mean it. People who thrive in terrible jobs treat them like temporary assignments, not life sentences. They're updating their resumes during lunch breaks. They're calculating their escape fund. They're quietly interviewing. They're constantly reminding themselves, I have options. I always have options. And when you finally escape that building, the after-work recovery protocol is mandatory. You must have something that completely erases the day. Hit the gym, game for an hour, cook something elaborate. One nurse I know had a transformation ritual. The second she got home, an immediate shower, a complete outfit change, and she'd literally shout, "Work is done." You need that hard reset. Your life outside that job deserves to be protected with everything you've got. All right, here's what I promised you. The perspective shift that changes absolutely everything. Listen carefully. Every single morning you show up to a job you despise, you are making a choice. I know, sometimes it doesn't feel like a choice. Bills don't pay themselves. But the second you acknowledge that you're choosing to be there, choosing financial stability, choosing to keep the lights on, choosing to fund your exit plan, you reclaim your power. You stop being a victim of circumstances. You become a strategist executing a plan. Sarah didn't quit her nightmare job in rage. Instead, she reframed it completely. She treated it like a paid research position in what I never want in my career. She used every miserable day to fund her skills training, build her network, and create escape velocity. Then, months later, she walked out on her own terms, into a job she actually wanted. The real secret isn't learning to love a terrible job forever. It's mastering the daily grind while planning your powerful exit. You don't need to love your job, but you owe it to yourself not to let it break you while you're building your way out. The Sunday night dread won't disappear completely, but it gets so much quieter when you realize you're not trapped. You're strategically positioned, building momentum for something better. If this helped, subscribe for more effective psychological hacks. Drop a comment with your own survival tactics. And remember, we've all been there. That feeling of being stuck isn't failure. It's just where you are right now, not where you'll always be. Every person crushing it in their dream job, they probably spent time in a place that crushed their soul first. The difference is that they didn't let it become permanent. So take what you need from that job, the paycheck, the experience, the motivation never to settle again. But keep one eye on the exit. Your future self is counting on the moves you make today. Now go build your way out.